It's Insta-Cash Grenada. Imagine a game with no numbers to choose from, no draws to wait on, and you can play it every day, including Sunday. That's Insta-Cash. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win prizes instantly. Insta-Cash. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA. Making dreams come true.
Cathwell Stationery Services Limited announces its massive blowout sale on all stationery for school and office. Get copy paper at just $18 per ream. Enjoy up to 18% off folders, cardstock, Bristol boards, ink and toner cartridges, laptops, office furniture, and more. To order now, call 442-5848 or 5747. Or call 435-3377 and get free delivery island-wide and the lowest prices nationwide. Or visit our outlet on Scott Street, St. George's, where we guarantee the lowest prices daily. Cathwell Stationery Services Limited, the reliable office supply people.
Yeah. Welcome to Ridealong Live. Hey, yeah, guys, as you come and go ahead and share up the thing. Something strange, though. For some reason, guys, I'm on my page, and I'm not seeing Ridealong Live on my page for some strange reason. Did you guys get notification, or let me know if you're watching it on the on YouTube or Facebook, or what platform are you getting us on? Because for some reason, as I said, I'm not able to see the program on the page at all. And that is strange. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know. I'm not seeing it at all. Give me a heads up, guys, because we do have Minister Andy Williams with us on the program today. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about. As soon as I can see the program on the page, though, because it's just not, it's not even on my page at all. Okay, you got it on your page, Facebook? Well, I don't know, it's me. It has to be me because I don't see it. I ain't seeing it. I keep refreshing. That's why I was taking so long at the intro, because I'm not seeing it. So guys, give me a quick second, because we do in fact have, again, the Minister Andy Williams to talk a whole lot about a lot of things that's circulating right here and the current state of the political atmosphere, and specifically dealing with a bunch of things, including what happened today in Parliament, right? It's important that we address it and summarize it a bit, because a lot of people probably did not get a chance to see the full Parliament sitting today and the significance of what was passed today in Parliament. So, keep sharing. Keep sharing. You guys see it on Facebook. I got notification on Facebook. Okay. Good for you, because I'm yet to see it. Hopefully it comes up sometime. Anyway, guys, let me not waste any more time, because we do have a very limited time with Minister Andy Williams on the program here. So let's go right into it. Minister Williams, sir, how are you doing?
I'm good, Junior. How are you?
I'm not as good as you, man. I'm not as good as you.
Right.
It's always good to have conversation, especially to bring folks up to speed with what's happening in politics. I really hope and wish that we could have both sides come in and give their perspective, and I'm still pushing towards that. But you're here with us, and we're happy to have you on with us, my friend.
Yes.
First of all, I got a chance to see a portion of the Parliament sitting today. Tell us about the significance of those two bills. Let's first talk about, there was a bill referencing NAWASA. Give us a synopsis and a breakdown of that particular bill and the importance of it at this particular time.
Well, the NAWASA bill was a main bill that was passed today. That was the main one that we already dealing with. The second bill was a part two to a previous bill that we passed before. But the Nawasa bill was the real bill. And let me just, kind of give you a little briefing on it and the people of Grenada too, and in the diaspora, everyone. It's no, the Prime Minister started a program called WASH, basically.
Right.
Right. And what the program WASH is doing, the program is really aimed at bringing water, sanitation, to household. In terms of a lot of houses have outside bathroom and toilet. And what a WASH aims to do is to give people an inside bathroom and toilet that they could use. And so we are trying to eliminate, that issue with outside bathroom and toilet. But let me just give you some stats, Junior, and the public. We have approximately in Grenada 1,200 households,
right,
that have no running water. We have approximately 1,398 households with no toilet facilities. We have approximately 8,715 persons using pit latrines in Grenada.
8,000?
8,715 persons using pit latrine in Grenada. And as an administration, we thought that was not good enough. And this initiative was spearheaded by the Prime Minister, in terms of how can we eliminate, how can we get rid of that, how can we assist people to improve their lives. And the Prime Minister already came up with this idea called the WASH, Water, Access, Sanitation, and Households. That's the name of the program. But one of the limitations we had is that when you try to bring the bathroom and toilet facilities to household, some of them don't have a water connection.
Right.
So imagine giving a man a bathroom and toilet with no water connection. It doesn't make any sense. He can't use it.
Right. Okay.
But what we realize is that sometimes, Junior and Grenada, sometimes you have people on lands that have been there for ages. And sometimes probably the grandmother didn't have proper title for the land, or something that would have caused them not to have a title in their hand for the property. If they go to Nawasa, Nawasa will not give them a water connection based on the law.
I see.
So what we did, we today in Cabinet, we amended the law. And we see that even though you do not have possession of the property, even though you do not possess the property, you can still get water connection, basically.
Okay.
In that sense, someone can have access to water even though the property is not theirs. Also, the liability will not be on the person who owns the property, because that bill will follow the person who applied for the connection, not the landowner.
I see.
So, for example, you have a piece of land and I am on the land and I apply for a water connection. Nawasa will give me the connection. If, let's say, I run up the bill, basically, and I leave, you will not be liable to Nawasa for the bill that was incurred, right? It is the person who applied for the connection, they are the one that will be liable for that bill. And that is the case right now with Green Lake have a similar policy. With Nawasa, you must have possession of the land to get the water connection. So the bill today was to remove that bottleneck, because we know, Junior and Grenada, that water is life.
Right.
Water is life. In 2023, no one should not be without the access to clean water. Even the UN says that water is a human right. The United Nations said that access to water is recognized as a human right, fundamental.
Right. Yes.
Fundamental to everyone's health, dignity, and prosperity.
Right.
And that bill today was to remove all the bottlenecks so that everyone who apply for water connection can have access to water. And just one last point before we think. The opposition was saying today that we will be putting Nawasa in problem maybe for them because they can't recover money or whatever it is. And that's just false, because it is the same situation we have with Grand Lake, where you pay a deposit, right? And all these things. So Nawasa, Grand Lake have ways to really protect themselves.
Right.
But the Prime Minister, he made a point today. What would you prefer? Let's look at the opportunity cost. Would you prefer to leave people without water versus to say that you're not going to take the chance in case they owe Nawasa? What is more important? And we believe that the access to water is paramount and important. And if today we're talking about helping people to elevate their life, and helping people to move forward, we must start with just the basic need of access to water. And that was what the bill was about today.
So you're saying that if someone acquire a property, say for instance, I'm living on a property, my mom owned a property, and she passed away, or she traveled out, or have no contact with her for whatever reason, right? And I move into that said property, as it is right now, I cannot get, and there's a huge water bill, $5,000 water bill. You're saying that right now, I cannot put water on that property unless I pay, or I get, or have my mom or whoever person that it was in to pay that bill. That's how it is right now, right?
Right, that's how it is now. But also, let us say your grandmother or your mother did not have water on that property.
Right.
She had no water on the property before, but she did not have title for the land. And you see that happening a lot of the time, where people have families live on land for years, and they have no title for it, basically.
Right.
Now, if you come and you say, you know what, let me try to put water or get a connection on that property, you cannot get a connection on that property unless you have something saying that you own, or you own the property, or the owner is giving you permission to put water on that bill. Sorry, on that property. And in that case, because you do not have the possession of the title for the property, Nawasa is not obligated to give you a water connection.
Right. Okay. I see some potential questions here, right? I didn't want to hold parliamenting, so I don't know if that was brought up. So what if, say for instance, I moved into a property.
Yeah.
I rent the property, and I rank up a $2,000 water bill, and I left. I went away, or whatever. I cannot be found. Who now is responsible for paying that bill? Would that bill then be the responsibility of the owner? Or
no, you.
You. But I'm away. I'm gone.
Right. But the bill follows you. Right? The bill follows you, basically. So you are the one that, and remember, when you apply for a connection, you will have, Nawasa will let you pay a deposit and all these things.
Okay.
But the bill follows you, basically, not the landowner. Right? And in Grand Lake, that's a similar case with Grand Lake. The bill follows you. If you run up a Grand Lake bill, and let's say you're renting somewhere and you run up a Grand Lake bill, and you leave to go somewhere else, and you apply for a connection, the first thing they will come and see, Junior George, and they will see that you owe Grand Lake.
But what if I leave the jurisdiction? What if I fly? I take up residence someplace else?
Well, the bill follows you. So again, what Grand Lake will do, what Nawasa will do, is that they will have ways, right? Okay. They will take legal action to see how they can recover the money. Right. But the bill follows you.
I see.
Not the property owner.
Not the property owner.
If I'm the property owner, and the connection is on my name, basically.
Right.
I run up a bill.
Yes.
the bill follows me because I'm the one whose the connection is on.
Right.
So
Okay.
whoever the connection is on, right?
Right.
No, and that's okay. No, but the bigger picture here is that we want people to have access to water.
Absolutely.
We want them to have access to water, and that was a hindrance. And you have people who sometimes are on government land. Government is, we plan to survey the land and so to give them, the title, but maybe we just didn't have time to do it as yet. That will not prevent them. What we did today will not prevent them from getting a water connection.
Right.
Because let's look at it. You have places, for example, in the south where water connection, not much people have water connection, and that is not good for the environment. At the end of the day, not just the environment, but even people's lives too. It's not good.
Right.
How can a man survive?
Yeah.
Right? That's encouraging sickness. It's encouraging pollution. Just name it.
Right.
So we really today address that matter because we want people to start having access to water. We have 1,200 households with no access to water. But by the end of our term, every household in Grenada should have access to running water.
Absolutely. All right. So, guys, let me summarize it. So, the bill passed today, and the purpose of that bill is to ensure that as much persons as possible on the island have access to water. It's a fundamental right. The administration is saying it's a fundamental right. Now, I'm sure that there were significant pushback, or probably there were pushback. Were they pushed back by the opposition?
Well, in the sense of, but there's always pushback. Let me just say this.
Right.
There's always pushback. And, in the sense of the points of protecting Nawasa and so, but remember that Nawasa have things in place to ensure that they recover monies from people.
Right.
And one of the things is that since the bill follows you, if you come back in Grenada Junior and you need water connection, you need to pay that bill before Nawasa give you any connection, basically.
Right.
So that was the main pushback. But at the end of the day, we really, Junior, this government is focused on people, right? We just don't boast and talk about the poor and vulnerable and all these things. But if you look at our policies are geared to help the less fortunate, right? And we thought that before Christmas, let's do this before Christmas to give people a good Christmas present. And I know a lot of people in the South will be happy.
Right.
Will be happy that they can now go to Nawasa and get a water connection. Now, the WASH program, as I told you, that's a Prime Minister pilot project, basically.
You're right.
No, the oppositions always say that they had a bachman toilet program. So they was the original founder of this bachman toilet thing. But the difference is this. Previously, if we go to give someone a bachman toilet and they do not have water connection, we can't give them. Because putting a bachman toilet and so inside and you have no water to run it makes no sense.
Right.
The difference with a WASH, no. When we go to that household, with the change or the amendment of the Nawasa bill that we just passed today, when we go to a household, if they don't have water, no, with the WASH program, with the passing of this bill, they can have access to water and know they can access a bachman toilet to use.
Right. I see.
So this program takes into consideration the whole picture. And we must say hats off to the Prime Minister because that was his initiative, right? And his thinking. So, but that is what we want to do. And we think that we can help people by giving them that basic commodity. And again, water is life.
Right. And it's fundamental.
Fundamental.
How does the bill address squatters? People who are squatting on land, government land and private land. How does it address that? Okay,
so let me just ask you a question then, basically.
Uh-huh.
And then you will see where I'm coming from. If you and I have a dispute on a piece of land, basically, You saying is your land, I'm saying is my land. I am on the land right now. Most likely we have to go to court, right? For the court to make a ruling as to whose land it is.
Right.
But why should that stop me from getting water on the property? Me having water on the property does not prevent you from acquiring the land if the court rule in your favor.
Right.
What will happen, as a matter of fact, it means that if the court rule in your favor, you will be getting access to the land with water, with the pipes and so already run on the land. So it's better for you.
Right. Yeah.
So it does not interfere with any process as to who owns the land.
Okay.
What it does is give the person who's on the land access to water. If it means that they have to give up the land to the rightful owner, the owner will come in on the property with connection there already, and that's a plus.
But would it put, again, I'm asking these questions because I just want to understand it from all perspective. I am no way against everyone having access to water. I mean, it's a fundamental right, I believe, right? So how does that address with ownership? And does it put NAWASA into prospective litigation if they go in and run pipe on somebody's land that is not even their land, they're squatting on somebody's land, and NAWASA going to run pipe and do all these things on somebody's property, not even considering that ownership does not, or that person doesn't even have the right to be on that piece of property?
No, it is not NAWASA responsibility to determine who property it is, basically.
Okay.
If you go to Grand Lake now and you want a connection for power,
Right.
Grand Lake basically will give you the connection for the power.
Okay.
Now again, as I just repeated, if the property is not your property,
right,
and it's someone else's property, there are ways that you can go about to really get ownership of your property.
right,
So what we're saying is that having a water connection on the property, having power on the property, as it is now with Grand Lake, does not stop the process. Right? It does not interfere with the process. As a matter of fact, it's an advantage because if you go onto your property now, which did not have a connection before or water connection before, now you are going into or going on that property with a connection now, so you are in a better position than you were in before.
Okay, all right.
Right, but again, let me just say that the aim of it, and I will keep on repeating it, is to deal with people who, Junior, have been on lands for years.
Absolutely.
No connection. I mean, you're talking about some people have to listen. Back in the days, we had numerous standpipes around the place. We hardly have any standpipes now. Why you have standpipes? So that people who do not have water can go to the standpipe, fill a bucket, bring it back at the home and use.
Right.
You can count the number of places you have standpipe now. So you're talking about people who living in places with no water, no standpipe, nothing at all, have to rely on rain sometimes to fall to catch some water to use. Now, what we are seeing is that if we, by changing or by amending the bill, we can make it easier for people to access water. And when you look at the cost-benefit analysis, it will be far more beneficial to the people of Grenada to amend the bill so that they can get access to water than not.
Right.
And so that was the aim, and we really decided to do it so that people can have access to the basic need.
Right. Okay, I got a question here on WhatsApp. And guys, we're giving you an opportunity to call in as well. We have Minister Andy Williams with us on the program. We have a hard stop at 8 o'clock. So if you guys want to call in, you got to call in right now. The number is on the screen. Someone on WhatsApp. Okay, let me put the number on the screen. Let me actually put the number on the screen. There we go. That's the number on the screen. Someone on WhatsApp just asked, if I have a 2-family house and renting the second floor, do I now have to get 2 water meters for the second floor, or do I have to pay for the both floors?
No. Question is this. Did the second floor have connection to water before? That's the question.
Okay.
Now, what we are seeing is that what this bill tends to address is the fact people living in places with no water. So if, let us say, let's give the same example that the person just gave, right? Now, if you're on the property and you're living downstairs, someone living upstairs, and that person upstairs says that, you know what, you're not getting any access to water because they're not signing for you to get access to the water, and they own the property.
Right.
No, so imagine you are downstairs, living downstairs, can't get water, and nothing you can do. We have cases like that. Someone came to me, and this gentleman rented him a piece of land, and he left someone in charge of it, and the person who he left in charge of it did not want to give them permission, right, to get a water connection.
Right.
And they have children they have children in the house. They are living in the house and they are suffering. Now, what this bill will do is that they cannot apply for a water connection in their name. They will bear the cost of everything. They would have to pay a deposit. So everything will be in place, basically, to assist that person to get access to a water connection.
Okay. All right. We got a call on the line. Caller, where are you calling us from?
Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn, New York. Go right ahead.
Hi, Andy. It's Raquel.
Raquel, how you doing?
My question is,
Yes.
so that you're giving squatters advantage to go and take over, like build on people's
No.
land or something like that?
No.
What you guys
We
are
said
actually
nothing
the
like
bill
that.
is
We said
actually
no.
giving
No.
people
Okay.
No. That's completely different. What we are saying is that if someone is squatting on your land, right, and they have to be removed, there's a legal process to remove them from the land. So they having a water connection is not interfering with the legal process.
Okay.
Simple. So it's not giving people permission to. No. What we are saying is that someone is on the land. No, I have a case in Guankai where you have some people who are occupying some lands, and right, the person who claimed to own the land brought a matter to court and is in court right now. If, let us say, these people were living there or are living there without water connection, let us say we give them a water connection, it does not interfere with the legal process which has to follow to see who has ownership of the land. Right? So it's nothing like that.
Right. And as you're saying right now, Grand Lake is the same thing.
It's the same thing. Grand Lake is the same
process.
Same process with Grand Lake.
Right.
But the bigger picture is that you have a lot of people. Let me just that's living on lands, crown lands, and so that Junior for years. And right now we have a program where cases like that, the government is embarking on a program where we're going to survey lands, right, that people are on who are living there for years, so that they can now have title for the land, like Granance Valley.
Right.
We have a lot of people in Granance Valley right now that living in there for years, but they have no ownership of the land, they have no title, they have nothing. Now what we're going to do, and you're talking about crown lands that they're on,
right,
for years, and the state will not take back the land. Right? You're talking about sometimes 30, 40 years. And in order for they will get a connection from Grand Lake, but they will not get a connection from Nawasa.
So they have no choice but to have pit toilet or jug water and pour it in the wash basin and the tubs.
That's it. No, do you want to encourage a community like that. So even though the land, let's say, was state land and the state wanted back, having a water connection on the property does not prevent the state from getting back the land. It does not prevent you from getting back the land. But what we are saying is that water is an essential commodity, and we should not withhold that from people because they do not have title for the land, right? The water bill or the liability of everything that goes with that will follow the person,
Right.
not the landowner.
Sorry, go ahead.
And also, let me just say this. Imagine, Junior, I give you permission to go on my property to live for some while, and you run up that bill. As it is now, well, before we made the amendment. If, let's say, the bill went up to $500-600 and you go, it's the owner of the property that will be liable for that bill. So imagine I have a property. I say, Junior, come and stay on the property for a year or so. I'll be back, to things. So just come and stay on the property still. You stay on the property, you run up that bill to $2,000 and you're gone. Now, I now have to find money to pay the bill. So, in essence, if let's say I am on your property now without permission and we have a battle in court, and you won the battle, and now you have to come and live on the property. If I have let's say, and things happen. Let's say for whatever reason I have a connection on the property. Right. You have now to pay, right? Because for the liability on whatever it is, and whatever is amount on the bill. Now, what this amendment is doing, it protects the person who owns the property.
Yes. Okay.
So that the liability goes with the person who applies for the connection, and not the person who owns the property. Right?
Yes.
So in a sense, it protects the owner of the property, and also it enables people to get a water connection, to have access to the basic commodity, which is water.
Right. Again, guys, we're giving you the opportunity to call in live. We got a caller on the phone line. Caller, go right ahead.
A pleasant good evening to you, Junior. Pleasant good evening, MP for the South. What I wanted to ask the MP
pleasant good evening, Kingsley James.
If would this new legislation give more vendors the ability or the opportunity to get water connection at their stalls, especially like, let's say, those on Wall Street or some other area, long as they registered? Would that give them an opportunity to have clean and safe running water in their stalls? Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
Right. So let's take Wall Street, for example. Right. And let me just say that MIT, we are really in charge of Wall Street. And Wall Street have a cooperative there now. And one of the things that they battle with is getting a water connection. And, now they will be able to get our water connection, Junior and caller, right? But that is important because imagine you're selling food. And, if you do not have running water or clean water, it can have repercussions. People can get sick.
Yes.
And so on. So that is important. And, but again, let me just say this, that let's look at the cost-benefit analysis. You have to look at the cost-benefit analysis at the end of the day. Because yes, you may have some drawbacks to the amendment, but I think if you look at the greater good and the benefit that it will bring to Canadians, the benefit far outweighs the cost. And we are saying that we want, in 2027, we want every Canadian to have access to clean water. The United Nations speak about that, and they place very high emphasis on that. And again, as I would always say, that water is life, and we cannot live without water.
Yes.
And I cannot even emphasize the importance of having clean water in your home.
Right, absolutely. Guys, again,
Yeah.
718-701-5720. I want to spend in just a little bit of time on this because I think it's important that people understand, because a lot of people probably did not get an opportunity to watch the full sitting of the House of Representatives today. So this is a good opportunity to engage and ask questions, because oftentimes people say, oh, they don't know, but no, we're giving you the information, and the minister is taking at least an hour out of his time to come and explain it here. So we're giving you the opportunity. Again, the number is 718-701-5720. We have a hard stop at 8 p.m. Let's shift gears a little bit, Minister. And I'm not sure if this is an allegation or if this is a confirmation, but I heard the former Prime Minister spoke about it in reference to the salary increase, the proposed or the soon-to-be announced salary increase of MPs. Clarify that for me, and so we could all understand.
So let me just start by addressing the first issue, I think, what the last administration was making talk about. And but before I address the matter, sometimes what really gets to me is that sometimes when you know the truth, Junior, you know the truth, but you still try to fool people because you want to win and you want to get in power and all these things. I think sometimes you have to just drop the politics and just be straight with people. No, let's be straight. Let's be straight. When we entered office, we made a policy that says free gas. Free gas. And the state will pay for your driver. Junior, the driver in my parliamentary office gets approximately $2,000 a month.
The driver being the person who takes around the minister, drive around the minister.
Right.
Okay.
So the minister is and before was entitled to a driver.
Okay.
Right. But I'm just saying the average pay for a driver is approximately $2,000 a month.
Okay.
Now, what the Prime Minister did, he gave the ministers $2,000.
Okay.
And he said, no free gas. You have to buy your own gas. Number one.
Okay.
He said, hire your own driver and pay him out of that money.
Okay.
So let's look at it. Julia, tell me, under which system myself as a minister would have been better under? Is it giving me the $2,000 and say, hire a driver for $2,000 and buy your own gas? Or free gas and the state pay for your driver?
Well, yeah. Give me free
If it's
gas.
free gas and the state pay for your driver,
yeah, why
well,
not?
better yet.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
So
when
that policy was changed.
Yes. So right now we have to no free gas. We have to buy your own gas. And Junior, as a minister, you know you have to go up, down, up. Listen, I'll be on the road 24/7 every day. So for me, the amount of gas I would have had to, purchase, or I have to purchase now. Because I'm here, there, and everywhere. I'm in St. Mark's, I'm in St. David's, I'm in St. Andrews. I'm all over the constituency running up and down.
Right.
I would have loved free gas. Right? But as it is now, we have to pay for our own gas and we have to pay our own driver. So we are not better off. So to mislead the people saying, oh, we take an increase, that's just wrong. But the gentleman know better. Right? But I think the feeling is that if they say that and they say it often, people will buy it and they will drink it and they will think it and they will think that we are food in our belly.
Right.
Whereas the fact is that we are worse off, not better off.
So let me get full clarification, Minister Andy.
Yeah.
So you're saying, and for the interest of the people that's listening and watching, you say now the situation as it is that you are not getting free gas as was in the previous administration. That's done. Finish with.
That's done.
You are not getting a free that driver. The state is not paying for that. That's on you.
That's on me.
And then they give you $2,000. They give you $2,000.
Right.
So from that $2,000, you have to pay your own gas because you ain't getting free gas.
Right.
And you have to get your driver, or you can drive yourself. Is it?
or
Do
you
you
can drive
have to get a
yourself.
driver?
You don't have to, but it's important to have a driver because as a minister, sometimes Junior you go long days, early mornings, late nights,
Right.
and it's a chance to really be driving because now you're so tired.
Right.
You're so tired, so it's important to have someone to drive you and take that burden off of you at the end of the day. But let me
Okay.
just say this. But why the Prime Minister really took that decision to of the free gas? Because the free gas was being abused.
I see.
Ministers were, the last administration, right?
Uh-huh.
Their friends, their family, whoever coming to get free gas. So the
Oh,
gas was not just given to them, but given to their families and friends also. And it was being abused. That's why the Prime Minister say, hey, let's just cut it out.
I see.
But they will not talk about that. You see?
Stick up in there. Stick up in there. We got
Yeah.
a call on the line. Caller live, where you calling us from?
Good night, Grenada.
Hey.
Good night.
I would like to know if the ministers and them can drive themselves and have the money to look about the community.
Yeah, well, he just Minister just explained it. I don't know if you just want to
Yeah.
explain it a little bit again.
So you have the option, right? You have the option. You can hire a driver or not. That's your option, right? That's your thing. But I'm saying that it's recommended for us to get a driver because it's dangerous to drive yourself. Sometimes you have meetings in St. Patrick's. You have to go quite north. You have funeral to go to. And sometimes we start a day from 6, 7. We start a day rolling, and to be coming down from Sotels 11 in the night, it's a chance taken. So
Yeah.
it's important for us to have a driver, right? That would be the best thing to do. So, but at the end of the day, we are not better off because we have to buy our own gas, and if you hire a driver, approximately $2,000 a month, then it comes like you have to pay for your own gas.
Okay.
Which other ministers under the other administration, they were getting that free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when that conversation was about ministers got a salary increase, you essentially didn't get a salary increase. You got $2,000 to take care of your own affairs. Just
Your
you on
own
your own.
gas. Exactly.
I get it.
And Junior and Grenada, these people know that, but they want to play on your mind to make you feel that, hey, these ministers come now and they full in their pockets. That's the kind of, but that's the kind of image they want to paint of us. But they are not saying that, hey, these guys have to buy their own gas now. And no, they have to hire their own driver. And if you want to take $2,000 for a driver and let's say $600 for gas, that's $2,600. That the state was being taxed with before.
Yeah.
No, the state is taxed only $2,000. So actually, the state's benefit.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't tell you that.
That's good. That's good clarification. But hold on, we got a call on the line.
And
Caller
that's
live, where you
facts,
calling
right?
us from? Caller, you live, where you calling us
Yes,
from?
Grenada again.
Yes, go ahead, Grenada.
Just to reiterate what I said earlier. Okay, it is standard for the state to pay for all that, Where I come from, the government makes sure they pay the drivers, so I'm not too sure if they try to sugarcoat whatever. Please expound on that, please. Thank you.
All right, caller, we're not clear. Caller, we're not clear.
I ain't clear what you're saying.
Caller, okay, that's the same caller that called and said that if you could have your own driver. And we said that, you said that, yes, you could, if you could just not have a driver, but you rightfully said that, you could, but it doesn't really, it's not the best thing to do. You should have a driver.
It's not the best thing. You should have a driver.
All right, cool. All right. So that's clear. I guess he was just expounding on that question. We got another call online. Caller, where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Hi, caller. Go right ahead.
Good afternoon. Hi, Junior. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hi, Mr. Go-Getter. How are you, Honorable Andy Williams?
I'm good. That voice sounds like a voice from Canada.
Listen.
I don't know.
You're hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you.
This concerning the free gas.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't make any sense when you think about it. It doesn't make sense concerning the freeness. Because there is an example that I had here in my building, right?
Mm-hmm.
The government or the owners or whoever had some places where they're giving people free laundry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just do laundry anytime you want, and they just put $15 or whatever on the card on your rent or whatever, and they say you can just do laundry anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened? Every day the laundry room is full. Full. We don't know when it started there from Monday. Just full. And what we learned after, people was telling their friends all over the near community or the near neighbors, streets and things, they could come and do laundry.
Right.
And we had no idea what's going on, but we know something was wrong. So they had to change it. So talking about the free gas and things, that's not going to work. It's going to bust the company or whatever, whoever is providing the finance. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Have a blessed night.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much, caller. So
And,
again,
and Junior, back to what I was saying, because the free gas was being abused.
right.
It was being abused. You're talking about, listen, not just you getting free gas, but I tell you, listen, people will speak about instances where the minister's family and friends will come and get free gas also.
And you could have
So look
multiple
at,
cars. What if you have multiple cars too? You could fill up with all your cars. It's full of gas.
you understand? So check on how much it will cost the state, or how much it was costing the state before. So now the state is saving right now. The state is saving. Right? Now, let me go to the second point. You will hear again the other side speaking about we want to take a second increase. You will hear them talking about that.
Yes.
But these people are so technical and so trying to be so smart in the deception. Now, what our Prime Minister said is that an MP should be paid for being an MP. Right? Let me just repeat. An MP should be paid for being an MP. So, as it is now, if you're on the opposition side and you won your seat, you're only getting $1,200 a month. Right? You're only getting $1,200 a month if you're an opposition MP. Now, let us say in the case of one of the other ministers that won the seat on the opposition side, how can $1,200 a month take care of someone who's an MP? The driver in that parliamentary office gets approximately $2,000 a month.
Right.
So how can
the driver get more money than the MP?
Exactly. That's not making any sense. So let us say on the opposition side, someone come and they want a little assistance with something. You only getting $1,200. How can you help them? You see? And the MP is who the people of that constituency select to represent them.
Right.
So how can you justify giving them $1,200 a month? And listen, for us on the government side, if we leave them with that, it's better for us, because it's like we're crippling them, right? And we have resources in government, so we can do more than them. But, you know, we are not about that. We are for people. And the Prime Minister, you know, he knows that this should change. And what he did is that we increased the provision for MPs. We have
on both sides.
On both sides.
The opposition side as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you, like, I'm an MP. I'm the MP for the South.
Right.
But I'm also the minister of MIT.
Right.
Right. So, if I was not getting a minister's salary as an MP for the South, I would have been getting $1,200 basically.
I see.
But now the South is the biggest constituency in terms of numbers. What can I do? Let's say I'm seeing people every Thursday in the office, and I'm going to come and say, Andy, boy, my gas done, but this and that. $1,200 can't just take care of me, much as to go and offer assistance to a man who want a little, you know, gas, or, you know, or let's say a little medical bill assistance. I want to pay like a doctor to go and, to take care of the health or so. So how can we feel satisfied with that system? So what the Prime Minister did, and you hear it being announced in the budget, is that we will be separating the minister's salary from an MP salary. So if you're a minister, you get your minister's salary, that's right.
Okay.
If you're an MP, you get an MP salary. But it happens on both sides.
Okay.
You have some MPs who are not ministers because they are on opposition side, but some of them are lawyers, so they can still get paid for doing the for being a lawyer.
Right.
And they get the MP allowance because being a lawyer, that's separate.
Right. Right.
To be an MP.
Yes.
Some of them are school teachers, so they will collect their school teacher the salary from the teaching, but they will get an MP allowance also.
Yes.
Some of them are consultants, so they will get the salary also from being a consultant, but they will get an MP allowance, so that they will not have to take their own money to be assisting people throughout and putting them in a worse off state, Junior. So by doing that, by giving them an MP allowance, it can provide a salary for them for being an MP because it's two different jobs.
Two different jobs, yeah.
Right. And you have countries in the Caribbean that this exactly what we're talking about here. That's the case. So, right. And that's all it is. So when you hear them talking about taking a second, no. And let me just say something. I want to say something here. If it's anyone that the people should be fighting for to get a little more money, it's the politicians. Because, listen, I mean, I don't say anything, but when I'm in my office on a Thursday, I have to walk with money to give people. When I'm not coming and tell the boy, Andy boy, my stomach kind of thing, and I have to go to the doctor and watch the doctor bill. I have to pay $200 for a doctor. What would tell him I no?
Yeah.
When I'm coming and say, Andy, when my gas done, I want another $40 to buy a little gas. What would tell him I no?
True. I see another big problem. I see another bigger problem too, right? And people not talking about it. I believe police and politicians should be paid properly. Because what it does, it eliminates the perspective of...
Hold on. And that is why, Junior, that is, if you don't correct that system,
yes,
you will breed a system where politicians will be termed as being corrupt.
That you take the word out of
Exactly.
Yes.
Right? And that's it. But the bigger picture is this, Junior. We are doing this for people.
Right.
I'm involved in politics for people. Junior, let me tell you something. The amount of people that reach out to me on a daily basis, sometimes I just can't reach out to them. I can't return a call. I can't return a message. I just can't. And Junior, that does hurt me. It does hurt me sometimes.
Yeah.
Like this afternoon. I had a headache this afternoon, right? So before I came on the program, I just took a little rest. But I know my phone was ringing, messages and was coming in. And I lined up against Junior, but it hurting me because I say, man, you can, answer to these people. Right? We get involved in politics because of people.
Yeah.
And when you see people come to you and you can't even assist them, how will you feel? Well, and I'm saying, when we get an MP allowance, it's to spend back on the same people in the constituency. Not to put in his pocket, it's to spend back on them.
Yes.
Kevin Andrews will tell you, every time he go to your office, he had to walk in $1,000.
Oh, gosh.
Because you'll be giving people, Junior, it's at that time. A man asked for $20, and I give out all the money I had in my pocket already. And the man was hungry. The man was hungry, Junior. Junior, I was more hungry than the man. I had one little bowl of oil on me. Watch me, that oil was so nice. Yeah.
You give him?
I give him my oil on, And I'm still hungry. I have no money, no food.
No. I could totally understand where you're coming from. Because I tell you this, we usually do fundraisers. We haven't done one in a while, but we do fundraisers. And I tell people all the time, when we do fundraisers is for Ridealong to get a little bit of money. Because when the same people call and ask us, we have to give them. It's not
That's it.
the money don't come in my pocket. And Lynn would agree the other day. Someone called and they had sickle cells and they crying in pain. I said, Lynn, send $200-$300 for them. Lynn said, but Junior, where we getting the money? I said, okay, don't worry about it. I'll send you the money. Just send it to them.
Right.
It's about people. And I'm not elected. I'm not in no political office. But I understand when people come and they need, you have to assist. So I completely understand that it's about people. And you have to be about people once you're in politics. I see we're nearing that time, and I know you have to run. What did we not get to cover before you go quickly?
Well, let me just tell you this quick, because what is happening? And I tell you, right? And we have to get rid of that. That's part of the transformation process, where this dependency syndrome. You had Delma Thomas having a fallout with the last administration because he thought that he had to dictate what she thinks and what she said, because she have to depend on him, right? That's the thinking. You have Grenada, where we just have a dependency syndrome also.
Right.
Right, where we just, move into a handout mentality. You had a system where the money, just imagine I was speaking to that young lady last Sunday who's an Imani for 5-6 years. And you see, Andy, I'm getting $700 a month.
Wow.
I spoke to a young lady again who said, Andy, I'm getting $700 a month. And, I'm teaching and I have a child to send to school and this one and this one and that one. And $700 a month cannot help. But why do you implement that system in the first place? It's to keep them there. It's not enough for them to keep them there, and to have them always dependent on you for a vote, right? So, so you're exchanging votes, and basically because that $700 cannot really help somebody, and you have no intention of changing it to help them, basically. So, Junior, I'm saying, and Grenada, our aim is to break all these things. And listen to the budget next week, Monday. You will hear how we plan to break these things. Right? And yes, politically, it may be good, it may be smart to have them there depending on you. But I want to say this. Let's look at it. Let's look at the election in 2022. Although you had all these things for people to depend on you, you still lost the election. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Right.
Let us start treating people like people. No, you have a side saying that they are for the poor and vulnerable. Yet still, since you entered office in 2008, right, or 13, right, 13, you have not even increased or looked at the minimum wage. And let me tell you something. We will be increasing the minimum wage. But it could have been a lot more if the last administration was increasing it. We can't make the jump too big because, you have business people that still have to pay.
Right.
But if it was being done gradually, then probably instead of $1,200 we moved it to now, it could have been 15 or 18. If the other side were doing what they had to do. So some will come and preach to you and tell you that they are for the poor and vulnerable, but they do nothing to help you. Look at the housing project where we give people a chance to own a property. You buy the property now, you have equity immediately. You can use that to uplift your life. Junior, in the next 4 years, we can see people moving from one stage to the next. Let's talk about education. One of the best ways to move people out of poverty is through education. We have just removed the tuition fees for TAMCC and ULO. But before that, last year, we moved the fees from the secondary schools also. Because we understand that education will play a vital role in the transformation of Grenada. But these are things that we are doing to help people. But instead, you know what they make a scene about? to 150. Compare 150 to 800. But also, Junior, they knew that the 150 was only for a period. It was supposed to be for 1 year. They said, listen to something, eh? Because they can't fool me. They said it was for 1 year, but they only made preparation for 6 months. When we came in June 2022, we had to make a provision of about $8 million in the supplementary to fulfill their promise of 1 year, because they knew that it was temporary. They knew that, but instead, when we Junior, made the provision so that the 150 will go through the year. When it finished, they come to Grenadians now, trying to fool them, to tell them, oh, NDC take out the 150. But they know it was for 1 year. Even the Honorable Delma Thomas, she admitted that it was for 1 year. But that's the kind of people that we are playing with. And I'm saying, Grenadians, it's time to wise up. I could say I love you, right? But the Bible says, by your deeds you shall know them. Look at the deeds. Not what a man tell you, look at his actions, right? Faith without works is dead. We could come and talk, but what are we doing to really empower and to help the poor and vulnerable people in Grenada?
A term that I don't like at all.
Exactly, because Junior, and let me tell you something. But you see them, really, making a scene about that. But for us, the Prime Minister said that he grew up being poor, but in his mind, he was not poor.
Yeah, true.
And how did our Prime Minister make it? He was one of the most successful lawyers in Grenada. Education.
Yeah.
Education. Right? And we believe in that. So our policies are geared towards helping people improve their life, moving them from one stage to the next. Sometimes people will not get it immediately. They may take a little time to get it, because they may see the man that giving them a little dollar now as the savior, not knowing there's a man working behind to ensure that he earn $5, $10, $15 that he could give somebody else $1 tomorrow.
Right. True.
Right? He could be the head and not the tail.
Yes.
That is how we govern, right?
Yes.
And that is how we will continue to govern, to uplift every Grenadian and not to boast and not having them on one level and using their ignorance for our benefit. Junior, let me just say last thing before I go. Because I see, Junior, after we finish Parliament, I see this man go better. Sorry, who knows better? Go to fool the people. Let me just say, and let me say exactly what I'm talking about, because I like to talk facts. Right? Let me just, my battery cannot die, so don't mind.
Yeah.
Right. Junior, there was a project, the UK SIF, last week, Saturday in Guam. I hear this man talking to the people, telling them giving them some information.
Hold on, I think I have that clip. Hold on. I think I have that clip of that.
Yeah,
Let's put that up.
We had the work for the Western Main Road. Millions of dollars given by David Cameron, when he came here to Western Main Road. Them fellas mess it up. And we lost at least over $80 million, my friends. Because of incompetence, my friend.
You see, Junior, and listen to the people in the background. Oh, yes. And they think that what you're saying is true, eh? But let us use this clip to bring the evidence. Dave Cameron came here in 2015. The funds was given in 2016. If we lost the $80 million in 2022, that means for the whole 6 years, you did nothing. But if we did something, we would have lost less than $80 million. So it means that since Cameron gave him the funds, to when we entered office, nothing was spent 6 years. And that's the facts. And
so 2015 Cameron came. 2015.
Yes. 2015 came
2016.
Listen, I think back then there was National River Road and by Cameron Park, and they were doing a whole other thing when he was coming. Just remember, I I remember like yesterday. 2015 Cameron came. The money was given to us in 2016. The grant was made available in 2016. So if we lost the 80 million in 2022, that means that since Cameron gave him the money to up to last year, nothing was spent. So you don't have to believe me. Look at the facts. He sold out his own self.
Hold on, let me listen
Nothing
again.
was
Let me
spent.
listen again. Let me listen again.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
We had the work for the Western Main Road. Millions of dollars given by David Cameron, when he came here.
In
Western Main
2015,
Road.
right?
Them fellas mess it up. And we lost, at least over $80 million, you see, my friends. Because of incompetence, my friend.
I see.
You understand? So that means since Cameron gave him the money, nothing was spent. 6 years. But I want to show you a pattern. Let me show you a pattern, Junior. World Bank projects. World Bank projects. When you're dealing with the World Bank is very strict.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with the World Bank, they are very strict. So you can't try no kind of funny business with them. World Bank projects. We had $100 million in World Bank projects. In 4.5 years' time, they only spent 13 million. An implementation rate of 4%. World Bank projects. Let's check again, grants. They have been losing grants because they have been getting grants to do stuff. But they just wasn't doing it, not touching it. The only thing that he was touching was the projects that was funded from the Treasury. Ask yourself why. World Bank projects, very strict. You have to show everything when you're spending the money. The grants, free. Nothing much happening with the World Bank projects. The only projects, Junior, that they were already engaging in were the project that was being funded locally. Ask yourself why. If something is being gathered heavy and you know you can't really make no boo-boo with it, you ain't going there. Understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Ask yourself why. Be
Gotcha.
wise, be smart. Don't let
Yeah.
the come and get this kind of old talk stupidness. Listen to what they're saying. Watch the proof. Watch the facts. Grenada. Right? And no.
Wait, go ahead. But I want to ask you something before you go on.
Right.
You go reach late. You go reach late.
That's right, because you see, the business of the people is important.
Okay.
But no, we are in power. They want to kill us. Election gone. But like election gone, they want to kill us, Junior. Why? Because they realize that the Prime Minister is a man of vision. Right? Next year we want to, and But hold on, let me just say something before I just tell you the plans. As the Prime Minister, Prime Minister, so you will not go after them and, all these things that we've seen. The Prime Minister said, Andy, let me tell you something. When I go back to the people of Grenada, I ain't going back to tell them what wrong NP did. I'm going back to tell them what we have done, what we have promised, what we have made good on. That's his thinking. And when he said that, I said, okay, I respect that. But, that is why we want to build our new hospital and a teaching hospital so that the doctors in SGU who go away for 2 years on the internship can stay in Grenada.
Right.
And provide better healthcare for the people of Grenada. So the idea of us being short on doctors will be something of the past. That is why, we want to do more skill training centers. Not everyone is academically inclined. And we want to push more skills. So we want to partner with Neuro. Not just have Neuro in St. John, but have it in all parishes.
That would be nice.
That is why, again, we want to embark on a project to build 500 Grenadian site housing and continue it.
Right.
That is why we want to push agriculture. We had a World Bank project that we just unlocked in the last half of the year. So you will not see any movement really during the year 2023. But for 2024, you will see a lot of movement taking place in agriculture. right? But that is the vision. That's what we want to do for Grenada. Not just have people in a state where they depend on government, but to build people. Lastly, unemployment. The leader of the opposition said that not much people in rum shop, and so that means no money circulating. Not much people in rum shop because people walk in. Junior, let me just say something. I would not sit here and pretend, right? I would not sit here and pretend like if cost of living is not high in Grenada.
Yes.
Cost of living is high in Grenada. It is high all over the world. And with the wars taking place, you know, you have shortage of containers, shipping costs will go up. So cost of living is high here and in a lot of other places too, not just Grenada. So I will accept that. But Junior, we want people to work in Grenada, and we cannot get people to work.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot get, and listen, not skilled labor. I'm talking about ordinary labor. You cannot get people to work.
I want to, I spoke to my producer earlier today about that, and I think we need to do something, Andy, because I told you of my plan. Well, I'm starting a new business in Grenada, right?
Yeah.
My excursion business. It's going fine,
Yeah.
on track, and I'm right now I'm hiring 4 persons. 4. I'm looking for someone, equipment manager, I'm looking for office manager, and I'm looking for 2 tour guides right now. And I put out this thing application. And what I'm getting is, people call in for it, and I say, okay, send your resume. And I've only gotten about 5 or 6 resumes so far, but about 100 calls, which tells me that, for one, either a lot of people is not prepared for the job market. They haven't put together the resume, the cover letter to take themselves to the next level. And I think that's something need to be done to help job preparedness. I think that is the focus. So I was telling Lynn today, and I don't know if you agree with it, I think we should try to do a seminar that help people prepare for the job market. Learn how to put together a resume. Learn how to dress, even how to dress when you're going on an interview. All of those things are important, right? And in addition, we need to connect the people who want the job to people who have the job. So I was even thinking about doing an online live symposium where we have some business owners on the live and people calling up. And one time, we're just giving jobs on the live one time. What do you think about these initiatives?
I agree. No, I agree with it. And even November 30th, there's one, we haven't one. I can't remember exactly where it is, but we haven't one on November 30th. And the more of this we have is better because I had some also. I had for the year, 2 for the year, and we got jobs for a lot of people. And when we do that, you see, that's where we really address the unemployment. That's where we try to lift people. That's where we're talking about not just giving them $1, but showing them, how to earn $1. And Junior, just by having that session, that could mean the difference between someone getting a job or not.
Yes.
And you giving a man a handout every day, and you equip him with the tools to get employed. He will remember you for years.
Yes.
Junior, when I go outside and I meet people, and I say, Andy boy, make a runs for my boy, make a runs. I say, if I give you a drink, in 5 minutes, you're thirsty again.
Yeah, true.
If I help you, you can buy 10, 15, 20 drinks.
Yes.
Watch it rather. Right?
True.
And listen, when I go around, Junior, I tell you, nobody can come and make me make wrongs, and I need this kind of stupidness. This kind of politics are not in that. I'm here to help, to give genuine help to people.
Yes.
Not this kind of feel-good thing for 2 minutes
right.
Not in this kind of
thing. You got a point there. We got a caller, and real quick, if you could take this call. Caller, make it really snappy. Sorry to rush you, but the minutes I have to go. But go ahead, caller.
Hi, good night, Junior.
Hey, good night.
You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Your background is kind of low. Turn on your background a bit.
Is it better now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Good night to the minister. I just like to make I don't know if it's a suggestion or an advice, but I see, the implementation rate is going up in a lot of areas, but I'd like to encourage him to really step on the Minister of Health where implementation is concerned. yes, I did watch the conference where he said some of the stuff that was being done in the Ministry of Health. But someone who works in the Ministry of Health, I can tell you that those are not really the things that we are looking forward to where health is concerned. We really need to step on the primary health care and the implementation where that is concerned. And
Pastor,
lastly, I'd like to encourage that we go back to the
she
town
gone.
hall because I feel as if as a country, we need more education.
Right.
Not that I'm not saying that we are dumb, but I feel as we just need to be more enlightened on what is being done, why it's being done, just to help us to go forward. But that's it from me. Overall, I think they're doing a good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Koala. Thank you so much. I think the minister had a connection issue there. But guys, here what we're gonna do. Here what we're gonna do. Because I don't just like to talk, you know. I just don't like to talk. All you know me already. I like to put things in place. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. First, I'm gonna do an online, a live symposium, right? I always getting that word wrong, but you understand what I mean? Anyway, and I would help prepare job seekers for the job market. So we're going to advise on how to create a resume. If you don't know how to create a resume, we'll help you with that. We'll help you fix that up, right? And then the following week, we are going to connect job seekers with people who actually have jobs, because we know that people need jobs. And oftentimes, they're not prepared, they don't know, they don't have a resume, they just don't have what it takes to display the qualification for the position or for the positions that's available. Everybody have a talent. So we're going to help that. We're going to change that. We're going to symposium. Thank you so much, David. Symposium. Thank you. Thank you so much, David. Symposium. Right, so we're going to do that. That's our promise to you. Because there are jobs. There are jobs in construction. I'm telling you, I need 4 people. I'm hiring. You guys heard I've been promoting the Ride e-bike system in Grenada. It's exciting. It's going to be real fun. First, we're starting off in Grenada. I'm employing 4 people. Then we're going to have a sub-office in Carriacou as well. Bikes in Carriacou. We need people to work there as well. So we need people. We need people. To start, I say 4. It actually is going to be about 6 because we need drivers and we're going to need to purchase food and food from individuals. So we need people, right? But you don't have to call it. We don't need you to call us and tell us you want a job. That's fine, but we want to consider your application. We want you to send in a resume so we could go through it, we could have somebody contact you, and we could talk to you about the position and see your qualification and see where you could be placed, right? So we need to help people prepare for the job market. That is important, and we need to do that. I'm very, very, very serious about this, so we're going to do that. And we don't need government assistance to do that. We don't need nobody in ministerial whatever with a ministerial portfolio to do that. We could do that by ourselves. That'll take nothing. 5,000, how much? 700 people on the live, including YouTube and Facebook. I'm sure we could get people and put at least 3, probably even if it's 20 or 40 people into the job market. We're helping out a lot. We're doing a lot. Right? So this is what we're going to do, guys. Really, 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 really serious about this. Connecting job seekers with the jobs. We're going to be doing that. And let me put this call out right now. If you have employment, or if you are seeking to hire someone in whatever field, give us a call. Inbox us. Right? Inbox us. We're going to put you in this database so we can start connecting people. Even before we start that program, we're going to start connecting people. If you're currently looking to hire someone, wherever it is, we're going to promote it for you for free, no charge, so that we could connect the people with you. But if you have a problem and you need help in creating your resume and putting together your qualifications on paper, we're going to help you with that as well. We thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, that's it for me. Don't forget, guys, this Saturday, if you're in New York City, this Saturday, we're going to be in the Nutmeg house. That's in Brooklyn, New York. Cam Jones is, let me tell all your secret now. I can tell all your secret. I can tell all your secret. I can tell all your little secret. Cam Jones is in New York already, you know. Cam Jones, I just heard, but that is a secret. Don't tell him I tell all of that. Don't tell him I tell all of you. So get your tickets right now for the event. It's only $40, guys. And if you decide to wait for the door, then one of them say they go charge you more at the door. So get your tickets tonight. That's the link right there. Click on that link. Get your ticket right now. We're going to be in Brooklyn. I go be inside a party and thing too. You know what I mean? I go shake a leg. Lynn go be there. Lynn go be shaking a leg. Kev say he coming early. Hold on. Yo! Come. Eh? You don't want to show your face? All right, I agree with you. You just sit down right there, man. Nah, you got no camera there. All right, guys. Guess who is in New York? Oi! Lord of mercy. Anyway, guys, Cam is in New York. And Saturday, we have a party. Eh? Nah, just take some water there, man. Yeah. Get your tickets right now. All you want to talk to him? Get your tickets right now, guys. Get your tickets right now. Let me take a commercial break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with my closing remarks. We'll be right back to move.
As we celebrate 50 years of independence, I love my Grenada. Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso. Open me a beautiful night, honey. One stage. No, not so fast. One show. Music holding me, controlling. Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Don't take it out. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raise her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home.
The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Finance, is continuing the rollout of its tax amnesty initiative. The amnesty provides 100% waiver of all interest and penalties on all outstanding balances up to the end of December 2021. All taxpayers with outstanding tax balances and outstanding returns to file are encouraged to take advantage of this amnesty. All tax types administered by the division are eligible for tax amnesty. For further information on the tax amnesty, please contact the Inland Revenue Division at 435-6945 or 435-6946. Email tpshelpdesk@ird.gov.gd or visit our website ird.gd. Amnesty ends December 31st.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Wow, it's Instacash Grenada. Imagine a game with no numbers to choose from, no draws to wait on, and you can play it every day, including Sunday. That's Instacash. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win prizes instantly. Instacash. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA. Making dreams come true.
Yeah. Again, guys, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this program, being a part of this platform. And I'm very, very impressed, guys, by the overwhelming amount of new supporters, new viewers that we have been getting over this past couple months, guys. Over 5 million in the past month or so, and it is just amazing. That's coupled with the fact that our YouTube channel, the folks on our YouTube channel is increasing drastically. We thank you for watching over there on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to support us, you can give us some super chat, right? Give us some super chat, YouTube. We thank you so much. The folks on Facebook, wow, you guys are really, really supporting and continue to support us, and we really appreciate you. And not to mention, guys, if you want to watch us, you're traveling or you're in your car, whatever, you want to listen to some of our vlog, you now could listen or ride along vlog on Spotify. Yeah, Spotify. Search for us on Spotify and Apple Music. So you could, it's not music, it's talk, but you could look for us on Spotify there as well. In addition to, you could also reach us on Fire TV. Yeah, Fire TV, a Fire Stick. All right. So we're expanding. We're global. You know. We're everywhere. We're in everything like salt. And that's because of you. That's because of you. And you continue to support and share and like this platform. All right? Thank you so much. All right? Thank you so much, guys. Again, don't forget, get your tickets tonight. Get your tickets tonight. Get your tickets tonight. We have just a few more tickets remaining. This Saturday, Kem Jones is in New York. He's just visiting, but we're going to have a party. All right? We're going to have a party. We're going to have a party. All right? Popular DJ in the building. Real vibes. Also, guys, hi, riders. Lyndon Charles, how you doing? Big up yourself. Also coming up for, I have to tell you guys about this. Take Kem off the screen and let me put this. Guys, we were sold out. I told all you about this, you know. I told all you about this. We were sold out of sweaters, guys. We had so many orders for Independence. We were completely sold out. Right by an all crash. Right? But we just restock. And we have a fresh batch. So if you want to get some of the sweaters, these T-shirts for Independence, well, actually, wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow is when we officially put it back into our Ride By stores. But don't stick. It's very, very limited, guys. Everybody want those sweaters. Everybody want those sweaters. Everybody want those T-shirts. Is what everybody's going to be wearing for Independence. So, don't stick. All right? We're launching a new product, as I was saying, guys, the Riders Excursion e-bike rental and tours. So you're going to see the e-bikes all over the place. You know what I mean? You could rent those bikes. If you're coming down to Grenada and, you know, you want to go on a little excursion ride and stuff like that, you could rent it to do that. It's off-road. And every Sunday after January 6th, every Sunday, guys, we're going into a different parish. So next Sunday we might be in Carriacou. And then we will be in St. Mark. We'll be in St. John. We'll be all over, guys, and we're going through. Now, this is limited, so once we say book, because, you know, people go book all weeks in advance, and people are there from the hotel, you know, they go book. And of course, the e-bikes are safe, the e-bikes are comfortable, and of course, we have all the safety of equipment, the helmets. I have this sick helmet, guys. You've never seen stuff like that before. It's just an awesome experience. Every Sunday, we ride in different parts of Grenada if you're in there. And if you're coming up for Independence, make sure you book early, because that whole weekend goes sell off. It goes sell off, right? You can start booking after December 6th, but it officially start on January 2nd. All right? Okay. And the riders e-bikes. All you see the bikes? All you see the e-bikes, right? See if I could pull it up. All you see the e-bikes, right? Real vibes. I went on a test ride. Let me see if I could pull it up, Dread. I went on a test ride yesterday. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. I'll show you the bike and the helmet. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull it up and take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. Awesome. There we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ah, man. Come on. I think they want to show. Hold on. I'm very determined, guys. I'm very determined. You don't want to show. Anyway, I'll go post the picture. I'll post the picture. I should have prepped it before. I should have prepped the thing before, man. Let me see if I can capture that. Hold on, I could get here. What the thing? Oh, there it is. Booyah! All right. So that's. I went on a little test ride. See the ride? Yeah. So if you're coming down, guys, after December 6th, you could book, but you gotta book because it's limited, right? So after December 6th, you could book. If you're coming down for Independence at any time, make sure you join us. Mad. It's on the Facebook page already. Yeah, it's also on the Facebook page. You're right. But I wanted to show it here. All right? Get ready to ride, riders. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today. We appreciate you. On behalf of all of our production team here at Ridealong Live, our senior executive producer, Lois JJ, we say thank you so much. Our moderators, Kibbs, Gail, and the whole crew. Thank you guys so much, and catch you guys again tomorrow. Kim, you want to say something out? Good night.